Hamilton's controversial move to Ferrari has set or left a huge void at Mercedes, but the bigger picture that many have missed is, why did the 7-time world champion sign the Ferrari deal before trying out the 2024 Mercedes car at Bahrain? Since the dust has settled, Hamilton has opened up about his Mercedes future, admitting to have tested the W15 car on the simulator days before accepting the deal put up by Ferrari. So, what's Hamilton's opinion on the W15 simulator performance? And what does Hamilton's comment imply on Mercedes' future of rebuilding championship success? Dust surrounding Hamilton's Ferrari move has now settled down, providing us with the time to process all elements. With a calm head now, let's start with the obvious clue. Why Ferrari? Following Anthony Davidson's positive remarks about the W15 simulator performance, Hamilton admitted to have taken the W15 for a test ride. So the last thing both Hamilton and Mercedes wanted to see was an underperforming car. While Toto Wolff revealed that Hamilton has been involved in testing since his Ferrari transfer announcement, the fact that him moving out of Mercedes after expressing his wish to stay with them for years to come speaks volumes. The easiest of guesses is, Hamilton would have seen something off in the virtual world while testing the W15, which would be the deadliest of mistakes by the team. Remember, this is the same virtual world which hosted the W13 and W14, failing to showcase problems within those cars. Hamilton might have lost faith in the W15 as soon as his virtual experience started. But that is just the start. Keep in mind that we have no major regulation changes coming for 2025, meaning the 2025 Mercedes will be an evolution of the 2024 Mercedes, i.e. the W15. Making the situation more complacent, 2026 has a regulations overhaul, making 2025 cars limited to less changes. So confirming his feeling on the W15, Hamilton easily would have added 1 + 1 is 2, and might have realised that 2025 was not going to be good either, the time where his deal at Mercedes comes to an end. Realising Mercedes' fate for the coming years, Hamilton, having had a contract clause to cancel his second year at Mercedes, activated the said clause to opt out of Mercedes to join Ferrari. So, Hamilton now has to drive a car which he doesn't like for a season's entirety. While Wolff did confirm that Hamilton's departure won't change the way both drivers are treated in the upcoming campaign, there is always 2006 for reference, where Alonso announced his McLaren move while going on to win a championship with Renault. But 2006 and 2024 have its differences. In 2006, Alonso went on to win a championship, but Hamilton sees different. His Ferrari move speaking in full force. Hamilton has shown where his priorities lie, winning races and his 8th World Championship. Which brings us to the next clue. What are Mercedes doing right now to save what can be leaked, team intel, car details, and worse, team personnel? Recalling, when Sebastian Vettel made his move to Ferrari, he made the switch alone, which many have predicted a mistake which Hamilton won't be making in 2025. And reliable sources have confirmed that Maranello have doors open for anyone who arrives with Hamilton to Ferrari. One thing Mercedes will be making sure is to limit Hamilton's access to both Brackley and Brixworth after around the summer break. But considering the Brit's 12-year stint with Mercedes, there is no one in that factory that Hamilton does not know, so that effort might be of no use. And he might not be the first one to leave Mercedes for Ferrari. Like former head of vehicle performance of Mercedes, Loic Serra was an engineer who did not follow the path ex-Mercedes technical director Mike Elliott followed up for the W13 and the W14. Following up Hamilton's frustrations regarding the W14's performance, it's safe to assume that just like Serra, Hamilton felt that his opinions were not listened to with importance, feeling that the technical staff reshuffling was a bit late for the call. Still, according to Wolff, development progress of the W15 has been positive, and mentioned that the driver's input was taken seriously when working on the final output. Elaborating further on this matter, the Austrian went on to say, "The car is being developed in the team with a lot of science and a lot of data." Team principal Wolff said, "The driver gives us guidance of what he feels in the car, and this is being dissected. This is then decided on whether it happens or not. We mustn't underplay nor overplay the input of the driver and the development of a car. In terms of did we miss? No. Everything we are doing it with high consciousness and open eyes. And we felt that a longer term contract would limit our options going forward. So, absolutely aware of all the positives and negatives weighing it up, that is what we decided to do. Like Sergio and Lewis Hamilton have had a great relationship in their Mercedes days. Aligned opinions about the W13 and the W14, Sergio would have been in Hamilton's loop. And if Sergio fell in love with Ferrari's project, there is a reason to believe Hamilton will also be in favour on the presumed SF25. This also means that the Mercedes W15 is nowhere near comparable to the likes of Ferrari or Red Bull. This becomes an important case. Remember the W16? Mercedes' 2025 car will resemble the W15 the most, so no progress here means no progress in 2026 as well. Reputed sources informed media that at the time of Sergio's departure from Mercedes, he took a lot of brainpower from the Brackley factory. Therefore, the same can be expected with Hamilton's transition as well, but just on a multi-level, making Maranello a Mercedes reunion. So, could Mercedes have prevented all this from happening in the future? According to ex-British champion Damien Hill, Hamilton has that slight reflex when making decisions based on regulation overhauls, and his expertise definitely might have determined the downfall of Mercedes, while the uprise of Ferrari. Lewis has taken command of his career and his direction, he said. It's not like Mercedes have said to him, "Oh, we've signed someone else," which is what happened with me. But I think that, with this decision, we know it's a given regarding the Ferrari benefits of the brand and all the other things that come with it. The romance and the history and all that. It's a given. But I think there's more to this, which is that I thought there was recent evidence that Ferrari was starting to solidify as a competitive package. Lewis has a racer's instinct as to which way the wind is blowing, and I think he might have actually pulled a blinder, just like he did when he left McLaren and went to Mercedes. Apart from developing a competitive machinery for 2024, Mercedes could have done one more thing: satisfy Hamilton. Hamilton has had this project to achieve his 8th title, while securing an ambassadorial role to fund Mission 44. According to reports, Hamilton wanted a 2+1 deal from Mercedes, but Stuttgart refused and provided Hamilton with a 1+1, which Ferrari jumped on and provided a multi-year deal worth $100 million per annum, with the option of extending and allowing Hamilton to take on the ambassadorial role at Ferrari following retirement. Making a point, $100 million would make Hamilton easily the highest paid Formula One athlete by a far margin. While financially the Ferrari deal is worthy enough for Hamilton, the racing career might not be so much in the future. At least that's what Martin Brundle feels. With my Sky F1 cap on and my F1 cap on, I would love to see Lewis in a Ferrari and go there and try to do a Michael Schumacher and win a championship there, he said. I think it'd be a wonderful story for next year. Ferrari's problem at the moment is not their driver lineup, it's their car. It's not fast enough, so that's where they need to focus. Lewis Hamilton can't just turn up and sort Ferrari's issues out single-handedly by pressing the throttle pedal and turning the steering wheel. So, what do you think about Hamilton's move to Ferrari? Do you think the W15's virtual experience is what caused Hamilton to bounce to Maranello? Or is it the future Ferrari project that has caught Hamilton's eyes? We are very much into your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section down below. And on your way down, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified about future uploads, to keep yourselves up to date about the 2024 Formula One season.